Okay, so yeah, we're back here for one more go around here of the Oakland and Kansas City Week 6 game for the Nine Nations Football League. Um, we've got the player stats. Oh, whoops, I forgot to update them. Give me a moment as I do that. Just takes me switching the. There we go. You can see it probably. It was so quick. Uh, So actually, let's go to the team stats first. This probably tells more of the tape. Again, if you haven't seen the other videos, you probably would have been well off going and doing that first. As you can see here at this point, don't mind the little green triangles. I forgot to set something to ignore what it thinks is errors, but I'm going to turn on the fan here. Oakland has dominated this game thus far, although the score isn't exactly that dominant. It is 13-0. Still, Kansas City could definitely come back. They've got some firepower. They're going to be without Tyreek Hill, who is a dynamic player, but they still have Kelsey and Macklin and others. So, but they're going to have to. They're pretty much going to have to go full bore into a heavy passing mode and see if they can. But of course, right now Oakland is on the move. They're at Kansas City's 26, so if they can put this into a three-score game, it's going to be pretty tough. For 19 first downs for Oakland to 8 for Kansas City. 318 total yards for Oakland to 145, better than doubling their output. Both teams have 5 penalties thus far, no turnovers for either team, although the Chiefs did have 3 fumbles. None of them were lost. And so, as you can see here, Derek Carr, 223 yards passing on 34 attempts. Pretty much a 66% or more. Actually, it might be more than that. It's probably more like 75. 73.5% for. It's only 64 for Alex Smith, and only 101 yards for him. So they've really got to start turning up the vertical game. But they haven't had much luck when they have tried it. So just kind of have just sort of fallen short each time. Haven't gotten many first downs, and that hurts. So both Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington working well on the ground as well for Oakland, getting them to 95 yards rushing. So let's get right into this fourth quarter and let's see if Oakland can finish off this drive and really put make it a real tough finish here for Kansas City. So first and 10 from Kansas City 26, and it's going to be an inside run against a safe defense. And also forgot to mention DeAndre Washington downgrades, so he will be an E inside, and he is going to be. I believe he has to go down to a C outside. And I need to, whichever is lower, yeah, C on the outside. So Jalen Richard also has a 10 carry limit. Has 3 carries, but we're going to go with Washington first. So Washington going to try an inside power run here. 44 tackle be a run too. Vidal Alexander is not, so it's going to be a 1-yard gain for Washington. So it takes the 14-25. Second and 9 from the 25. That will be an outside run. It's safe. We're going to use Richard here. 34. Center run 2. Rodney Hudson is not. So it's going to be a no gain. But there's also a penalty marker down. 65. That is going to be a defensive hold, and that is going to be a first down. That is a costly penalty. That is going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. A 5-yard holding call. That could be a backbreaker here, as Oakland trying to extend this to a 3-score game. That's a 53 on an 11, which is going to be short on safe. And they will throw the short pass to Cooper. 31, tackle A or guard A, 0 pass. So neither of them are. So it's going to be a quarterback run. It's going to be an outside run for Carr on page 15. Well, I think it's 14 is what they mean. The 32 guard B is not a run 2. It's Gabe Jackson. So he's going to get a 2-yard gain. Maybe more importantly about that first down is it lets the clock continue to run. 13, 40, 2nd and 8 from the 18 of KC. Screen pass, run defense. They're going to screen it to they're going to screen it this time to Crabtree. 52. E is going to be Zombo, and is he a 0 pass? He is, so it's going to be an 11-yard gain. That'll be a first down. I'll tell you, that's a real tough one, because you could argue 2nd and long is Tamba Ali. You know what? I am making an executive decision here. So I've got to use Tamba Ali some. And 2nd and greater than 7 is probably long. So we're going to say, let's see, what 52 E0. That is Holly. He's not a 0 pass, so it's going to be incomplete. I think that makes more sense. 3rd and 8. Although one could say they were in a run offense, so, or run defense. Well, we're going to go ahead and stick with it. That's going to be a medium pass against a pass defense. Try throwing to Crabtree again. Carr looking to him. 16. That's going to be incomplete. And that's going to bring them up with a 4th and 8 from the 18. And it's going to be a field goal attempt for Janikowski. This would be his 3rd of the game. It's going to be a 35-yarder. And 61. He's quad A. Good at the 46. That's good. So with 13:10 left, it's Oakland 17, 16. Kansas City 0. So they get it to basically 2 full scores. They need 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. So, all right. So from 13:10, it's going to be kickoff Oakland. Janikowski's leg is getting sore for the old man. And 65. Well, that's not a very good kick. That's going to be 56. That's going to be only down to the 9. And it's going to be, we're going to say Niall Davis, an up back. It says secondary. We'll make him the secondary. He's a 21-yard kick return at 14. So that's subtract 8 from it. That's a 13-yard return. And that's where Kansas City will take over. Will be their 7th possession of the game. 1st and 10. So 56 means the 9. 19 and 3 is 22. Okay. So they are 16 down. So they're going to go with special situation chart B. Whoa. And that's going to call for a screen against pass defense. A lot of passing defense here with expectation of the throw. So it's going to be a screen to Spencer Ware. Oh, every time I do this, I get this thing resets itself to being this autofocus. Whoa, that's not good. I guess I'll have to focus this myself. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so to Spencer Ware, and I wanted to check his statistics. Only 1, so he is fine. He can have 2 catches with R value. 42 is the center of 2 pass. It's Mitch Morrison. He's 1. So he's going to be forced out of bounds, which is not a bad thing. You know, that saves him a little bit of time. 4-yard gain. So that's going to be 12:35. Only a 25-second runoff. 2nd and 6 from the 26. All right, medium pass against pass defense. Macklin will be the primary receiver. 53 is Jay. Dan Williams, is he a 0 pass? No. And that's going to be the first sack of the game. And we will, let's see. Well, he's not playing in the game, so it will be Anderson. What? Amerson. Oh, that's interception, never mind. McGee. Well, we could use McGee. We're going to give McGee the sack. That was the first roll. Was Stacy McGee, and that was a -8, right? All right, so that's going to make it 3rd and 14 from the 18. 12 minutes left. They're going to go with well, it says trick. I'm not going to do the trick. Well, we'll do the trick play. They're going to probably, yeah, we're going to do a trick play here. calls for it. Let's go ahead and find the trick play. Any defense. .42. Double handoff. Choice wide receiver. Forced out of bounds for a 5-yard loss. So it'll be a run for Conley. -5, and it's going to be 4th and 19 from the 13. Oh, 35 because they're forced out of bounds. So they're just going to have to go with a punt. It's way too early to be going for it here at this stage. Cole quit 32. That's +5 to average. It's going to be a 50-yard punt. See or better, no return. So that is a no return. And so Oakland will start their possession 1st and 10 from 23, 33, 43, 47, 37 from their own 37-yard line. And they're going to go with the D running situation here. It'll be an outside run against the blitz. They will go with Washington. He's a C. 65. I is Chris Jones. He's a run 1, so it'll be a 3-yard loss. $10.50. 2nd and 13 from the 34. Another outside run against run. We have Jalen Richard. This will be his 9th run, 64. That's an unusual result. 21 is 3 yards and a penalty. 14 defense, 15 yards. That's a face mask. And a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the 49. Not the way that the Chiefs wanted it here. This is the home crowd is starting to file out here. Out from, actually no, it's 10-yard runoff because of the penalty. Actually, it's an 18-yard gain, right? Because it's tacked on to the end of the play. So it's even over into, so 37, 47, and that'll be the 48-yard line. Clock stopped because of the penalty. 36 is an inside run against run. We'll go back to Washington. An E inside runner now. That's 12 with an E is a 3-yard loss. Outside run against run. So they're going to give one more. They're going to give Richard this one, and that will be it for him. He's AAA right now. 25. It's not going to come into factor. D is not a run 0. B is not a run 0. So 4-yard loss for Richard. Out of bounds, too, so the clock will restart, but it's only going to be 10:40. No, it's 9:40. 3rd and 17 from the 45, going the wrong way. Of course, knowing the way Oakland's luck has gone so far, it will be just fine for them. So they will, because they're, well, because that we are between 6 and 9. Oh no, it's 10. Let's see. They will. They're going to stick with so outside run against blitz. They're going to. So now Richard is going to revert to C's as well, and it will be on third down. They'll have Richard run here again. It's going to be an unusual result. So here's another penalty against Kansas City. Oh, 66. That's a 3-yard loss and a potential fumble. And let's see how this turns out on the fumble. The line fumble. 11 is tackle A rated 2. He is on the rush, so he will recover. And so the Chiefs will take their first timeout. 4th and 20 from their own, and that's going to put them out of coffin corner range from their own 42. And so Kansas City will get another opportunity to try and get back in this game. So the regular punt, it's going to be plus, oh, that's a 54-yarder. And C or better, no return. So I had to, got downed, and so it'll be Kansas City's 8 possession, 9-20, 1st and 10, 48, 38, 28, 18, 8. On the 4-yard line. They're going to have to go the whole length of the field here. All right, so they are under 10 minutes so they're going to go to special situation C, which is almost all long passes. Long against pass. They got Alex Smith, who is a AAA, so if they can get some low rolls, they should get some good gains. They're going to target Kelsey. He's been quiet, 65. H, a 0 pass. H is we're going with pass defense for Oakland from here on out. So it's Urban. He is not a 0 pass, so that's going to be. This is what I talk about. I do not like this. It's going to be incomplete. He throws it away. 2nd and 10 from the 4. Going with Jihad Ward there. As much as it's a pass defense, I'm not giving him a safety. It's utterly ridiculous. So 55 long against pass. And if I end up with another safety roll here, I'm going to incomplete it again. So it's my own house rule. We don't do safeties. We don't do 3 safeties a game. 61. D, 0 pass. Amerson is not a 0 pass, so we go to the Y chart. Maybe it'll be an interception for a touchdown. That at least would be more palatable. That's somewhat more realistic. So, and there you go. There is the interception. It is intercepted by, so that is a 12. So Alex Smith with the Y of 2 gets intercepted. 12 on a long pass. 35 yards, and it's B, so it will be Reggie Nelson getting the interception with a chance at a return. 35 yards downfield. And let's see, interception return for a defensive back. 46, unusual. So we go to the unusual results chart on interception returns. 45, 3 yards, and a penalty. Return play penalty 55 is going. Somehow we get a 10 on that roll too. How about that? 9. Return team blocking foul. So, surprise, surprise. That is football in a nutshell. Penalty after penalty. I was watching a game last night. It was just like a flag fest. It gets even worse when the the officiating views the game, knows that the game is a national TV game. Then they get everything, probably because they figure they're getting judged by their bosses even more harshly. So, all right. So from the 4, that's going to be to the 39, and then a 3-yard return to the 36, but then 10 yards to the 46. Kansas City, 9 minutes left. And they're going to go for the jugular here. It's going to be a long pass for Oakland against a run defense. This is the run it down, run up the score. Amari Cooper, 35. Guard be a 2 pass. He is. So the secondary receiver is wide open. And so we will give that to... Let's give it to Crabtree this time. And we roll what? Oh, it's, let's see, dumps off to alternate. It's a Q plus R. So it's going to be 22-yarder. That's a first down. And that's going to take it down to 8:25. First and 10 from the 24. Kansas City not even thinking about using a timeout here. Okay, there's an inside run against a run. It's going to be Washington. A run 2. It's Derek Johnson, and he is not a run 2. So, but he's also not rated 0. So it's going to be a 2-yard gain for Washington. 7:50, second and 8 from the 22. It's going to milk the clock. Another inside run against a run. Washington again. 31, guard B, not a run 0. EC. Michael Rivera on that side of the 50 is not a run 0, so it's going to be XR. See if he can break one. 55. Quarterback, it's Carr. He's not a run 0. 15-yard gain for Washington and a first down. Going to be first and goal. Down to the 7-yard line. Going to milk some more clock. 7:15. Inside run against blitz. We're going to bring in Richard for a spell of Washington. 26 is F or J, a run 0. F, it's Rameek Wilson. He is not. And J, Dontari Poe is not. Nope, 2-yard loss. Okay, Kansas City's going to take their second timeout. Second and goal from the 9. Another inside against a blitz. Inside run. time it will be Washington again. 32. Quarterback run 2. It's not close enough. It needs to be within. We do use the advanced rule where that little star makes them even better. And I want to be sure that I get it right. So let's see. Game on the line. 2 scores or less. $16 points, 2 scores. So Carr will get a boost. We will give it to him. Run 2, yes, that's going to be a 9-yard gain, and that is a touchdown. Touchdown, Oakland. So it's going to be Washington. And the home fans are disgusted at this display. Janikowski out for the extra point. It's going to be good. Oakland now 23-0 over Kansas City. With 6:55 left to go. Kickoff Oakland. They're going to do a squib. Actually, they're just going to kick it away. 15, that's going to be out of end zone. Touchback. Kansas City, this is their 9th possession. They're going to get it 1st and 10 from their own 25. Their field position has been abysmal in this whole game. So they're going to have to go with the C chart again. Long against pass. I'm going to target Kelsey here. 43 is NB is 0 pass. Macklin is not. So he gets rid of the ball incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 25. 6:45. Long against pass again. Throw to Macklin. Unusual result. 44. 8-yard sack and a penalty. It's going to be Williams with the sack, and -8, but a penalty. Let's see. Maybe it's on the defense. 22. Nope. Well, nothing. The play is nullified. It's not. It never even got off the ground, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just a false start. Something that's a little awkward about this game is that you find out the result of the play before, and so sometimes the penalty is a play that would never let the play ever happen. So, but I kind of do it that way because I'm afraid I'm going to forget what the number was of the roll. Okay, so long against pass again. Go to Macklin again here. Another unusual result. 61-29 yard gain for Macklin, but now it's going to be a gain fumble chance. And who recovers? Can they keep a hold of this one? 36 is E rated 0. And it's going to be, this is going to be perpetually 3rd down, so it's Hayden, and he is a 0, so it's going to be recovered by Macklin. But now there's a video review. Poor Keith had to put video reviews into this thing. 61 and above. Oh, he got lucky. So close. Wait. Wait, that was only if it's a no. There's no video review. It's just recovered by Macklin. Sorry, I misread that. So it's a first down. That's a good thing, I think. Keeps the game interesting. 6:10 left. 49-yard line. So against a pass, long pass against pass, they're going to throw it to Kelsey. 21, incomplete, but defender flagged for pass interference. 2Q plus a chart, or a die. So 2Q is going to be 22 and 4, 26. So it's incomplete, but penalty, defensive PI, and that was a 26-yard penalty. That'll be a first down, 6 minutes, 1st and 10 from the 41, 31 to 25-yard line of Oakland. Another long pass against pass. Target Kelsey again. He hasn't had too many. 16. He's a AAA, so yeah, that will be completed to Kelsey. It's going to be a double die sum for yards. It's a 7-yard gain. We're gonna go into 2-minute timing here, just because they can dictate the pace here. So it's 2nd and 3 for the 18. Another long against pass. Gonna throw it to Kelsey again. Unusual. Rare, 74. Second rare play of the game. This one on a long pass play. 62. Fast sack by E. Loss of 11 yards, but defense penalized for having 12 men on the field. 5 yards, repeat down. So we're going to put the sack. I'm going to cross it out, and we're going to say penalty. 12 men, 5 yards. That's going to be a first down. .13-yard line. So they're kind of cobbling together a scoring drive here. It looks like Oakland will probably have a tough time keeping this so it's medium against pass, keeping this a shutout. Going to throw to Conley this time. And a 12, that's going to be to an alternate receiver. We will get that to, let's get it to Spencer Ware on a little bubble route here. Q plus out of bounds. Q plus 2. That's 13. That's going to be a touchdown. Dives for the pylon and hits it, so that is a passing touchdown. With 5:15 left, it's going to be Ware. 13-yard pass from Smith. Makes it 23-6. So they are going to take the extra point right now because so it's going to be Santos, who is a single A, and he will make it. They do have to make a couple of 2-pointers, but why chance it until you need to? So makes Oakland 23, Kansas City 7, and Kansas City is going to have to go with the old onside kickoff onside. All right, let's see. We've got the onside page here. Onside's kick. I don't even know what the right rolls are for a good onside kick. So let's see, 42. Wildly bouncing kickoff. Receiving team member makes two-handed stab 16 yards downfield. No returns unless it's noted. So that's going to be 16 recovered by receiving team. So that's going to it's going to make a comeback a lot more difficult here. So it's going to be Oakland. What are they? This is Oakland. Possession 9, and it's going to be 1st and 10. So 35, 45. So their own 49-yard line right now. So they're still going off of special situation chart D, which is extreme conservative, and it's a long pass. Derek Carr looking for the good old 300-yard passing day. He is audibling to the go route. They're going to throw it at Cooper. 15, and it's incomplete because he's a completion percentage guy. His coach gives him a dirty look. Says, "Don't you ever change my freaking play call when we're this close to the end. I want to run clock, and you're killing me here." Inside run against a blitz. I'm going to go with DeAndre Washington here. 34. SB is going to be Olawale. He is not a run 2, though, so it's going to be a 2-yard loss. And Olawale is in there. It's not short yardage, but it is heavy run, so we go with the fullback. And because we are using we're going to go with the consume time, 55 down to 10, no, 15. We're using consume because we used conserve for Kansas City. So here we go with 3rd down and 12. And they're again going to run against a blitz. This time it'll be Richard. We'll give him the 3rd down roll. 62 is C run 2. He's not, so it's going to be XR. This is going to be, he's going to get away possibly here. 65. Is he greater than a D? He is a C runner. So he is. That's a go. He's going to break free. Here goes Richard. 42, that's a 17 plus 5. That is a 22-yard gain and a 1st down. So that's 43, 33, 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Going to consume the clock. 3, 45, 30, 330. Wait, no, 3:35. We're not taking that much time off. Kansas City still has 1 timeout left. Probably use it on the next loss. Here is an in against a run. Inside versus run. I'm going to go back to Washington now. 61. E, a run 2. E is going to be Bruce. Well, no. Kansas City. So E on heavy run is Frank Zombo. He's not a run 2, but he's also not rated 0. It's going to be 3-yard gain for Washington. Kansas City's going to call their final timeout. 3:25, 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line. Hoping for some kind of a lifeline, maybe a fumble. 63, that's a screen pass against a blitz. This is going to be all or nothing here, I feel like. Let's see what happens. They're going to be throwing it. They're going to throw it to Richard. Screen pass to Richard. 21. He is a single A, so it's incomplete. It's going to stop the clock. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Of course, they can get a field goal here and make it 26-7. Still be, I think that would make it 3 scores. So 62. That's an outside run on a blitz. They will go with, you know what, they're going to bring in Johnny Holton for this run, as he is quad A. .45 guard A, run 2. He is not on this side of the 50, so it's going to be a 4-yard loss for Holton. And it's going to run the clock down a good bit here. So 30, 40, so 45, 35, 2:35 left. 4th and 12 from the 32. And against better judgment, they're going to go ahead with Janikowski here. Try the long field goal, 49-yarder. He is quad A, under 50. So as long as it is under 51, as long as it is 52 or under, and it is, that's good. So 225, actually we're using, so 230, we're using the 2-minute timing. Oakland 26, Kansas City 7. 2:30 Oakland. Kickoff. They are going to squib it this time. Try and run clock. So where is the squib kicks? It's right here. Squib kicks. 36. Towering kickoff, hangs in the air, drops in the hands of the return team 47 yards downfield. And it's going to be Thomas, as Hill is out. So let's see what the return is. 56 is +7. So that's a 28 return. Injury 52. Defender A injured. We will call him Antonio Hamilton, and we will say he is out the rest of the quarter. So since he's on the special teams. All right, so this is going to be Kansas City's 10th possession. That's 2:25. 1st and 10. So 46. So 35. Well, let's do this. This is easy. It's 47 and 28. Is 19, right? So a 19-yard difference. So 35, 45. It's a 46-yard line. All right, they're still going with the C chart. 2:25 left. It's long versus pass. They don't have any timeouts left, so they're going to be strictly in conserving time mode. They targeted, I'm going to say Macklin here, and there is an unusual result roll. 36. And it's a sack. Let's see what the penalty is. 42. That's a holding call, so they're going to decline that. So sack of -13. And let's see who gets the sack. It's going to be Khalil Mack. And there is an injury also listed. So let's see, 61. Defender F injured. That would be Perry Riley, 25, out the rest of the series. So we'll just scrub him off the list. We're going to have, let's see, they'll bring in Cowser for him, I guess. Actually, so Nate Allen is out. They'll just go with James Cowser. He's a 1-. It's good enough for now. So that's going to be a 2:15. Since it's not under 2 minutes, there'd be a runoff for the injury, but it's going to be 2nd and 23 from the 33. Going to be long against a pass again. Going to throw it to Kelsey. 25. Guard B, is he a 0? No, he's not. Is FB, that's Kelsey. He's also not. So the quarterback is going to run. It's going to be Smith. He's got a B outside run rating. Let me double check. 25. Go to page 12. See how Alex Smith does running. 25 again. Quarterback A, or tackle A, run 2. Tackle A is, so it's going to be XR. So Smith is going to potentially get a big gain here. We'll see. EC run 0. It's going to be Albert Wilson on the long pass game, and so he is a 0. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. That's going to take it down to 2 minutes. 3rd and 21 from the 35. Again, going to be long against pass. Only 10% chance of a blitz. So back to long against pass. 54 minutes. We're getting close to the hour mark. And they're going to throw it at Conley. I don't think they've gotten enough from him. 22. Possible interception. If it's under 16, it's not. That's incomplete. 4th and 21 from the 35. 1:50. The clock stop play is 10 seconds. We already know it's going to be long. Pass is going to be against the blitz. Nope. Long pass. Throw it to Conley. Let's see if we can get it to him. 36. NB a 2 pass. That's Macklin. He's not. Incomplete. That's going to be your ball game most likely. So that's going to bring it down to 140. Oakland 10th series. 1st and 10 from the 35. Kansas City. It's going to be a kneel down from Carr. -1. So that's going to take 40 seconds off. Minute left. 2nd and 11 from 36. Run Carr. -1. That's going to take it down to 20 seconds. 3rd and 11. 37. Run Carr. -1. That is the ball game. Final score. Oakland 26. Kansas City 7. 5-0 for the Raiders. 3-3, 500 for the Kansas City Chiefs. This was one of those games where nothing seemed to go very much their way. The only time they ever got any positive yardage going was once the game was out of reach. They did tack on a silly time touchdown from a pass to Spencer Ware, but aside from that, Oakland gets a couple of touchdown runs, one from Jalen Richard, one from DeAndre Washington, and 3 field goals from Janikowski. So I need to tabulate this stuff up, and this game will be in the books. So any Raider fans who have been paying attention to this, thanks for, I guess, your patience has been rewarded. These games do take a little while. This is about a 4-hour game, right? About an hour for each quarter. So, as I mentioned in another video, they have a game out called Second Season Express, which does speed things up. They also have fast action cards, which you can print. Al Wilson has published those on the Facebook group for Play, Plaay. So feel free to try that if you want. As much as I do get frustrated a little bit here and there with certain aspects of the game, I think all in all it's fun. It works pretty well solo, and the only downside that I really have, as I've said before, is just the safety thing, and I think you need to just try and use the best judgment you have as far as, let's say there's 2 or 3 in a row where you end up with a negative yardage, like sack opportunity, which would make a safety. Then maybe that's a good time to just say, you know what, hey, they got the safety. Or you just give them the safety and not worry about it, not get too upset when it happens, because it is just a game, right? So, just want to thank all of you for being around, for watching the games here, and just want to say thanks a bunch for sticking with our channel here. Sorry, I was just checking something. So until next time, just keep rolling and have a great day. I don't know what'll be next on the channel, but could be something from Tabletop Earl. It could be one of my other projects. So till then, enjoy your weekend, and Oakland wins 26-7 over the Chiefs.